and asked for a better rescue team. Check it out. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez posted this picture of a family of Taekwondo instructors who knew what to do to help a stranger. Now, the sheriff says a woman was screaming for help, so they sprang into action.
What's up, Ninja Nerds? It's me, Juliana Holmes, and today I'm trying something new. Instead of reacting to a movie or an actor or something along those lines, I'm actually reacting to a news report that is from my neck of the woods, Katy, Texas. I live in the greater Houston area. Katy, Texas is a suburb of Houston. And so a family of Taekwondo black belts who were able to actually intervene and protect a young woman who was being attacked. Let's watch.
Stand up!
All families fight. It's true.
Hey, horseback says, ready to be.
But for the An family, it's a way of life and the family business.
I mean, it's my everything. I started when I was 4.
Hands up!
Still, this family couldn't have imagined just how important their years of Taekwondo training would be until yesterday.
Show me!
When the Ans were coming back from a late lunch around 4 p.m., 20-year-old Simon says he heard screams at the Cricket Wireless store next door.
And the second scream, yeah.
All right. So how many people would do that already, right away? How many people would risk intervening in a potentially dangerous situation to help somebody? That's rare these days already. And I think that might come from Taekwondo training as well. Okay. We'll talk more about the tenets of Taekwondo in a minute.
We knew it was like a cry for help.
When they opened the doors, 22-year-old Hannah says they saw something horrible.
And I saw a man on top of a woman, and the woman's on the ground.
Okay, Talia!
After that, it only took a moment for their dad, Grandmaster Han An, to jump in. He grabbed the suspect and took him down.
And he just kept him in the corner. He just kept pushing down.
Automatic self-defense, automatic Taekwondo style.
Simon and his brother, 18-year-old Christian, also stepped in to help, while Hannah and her mom, Han.
Okay, so couple things. So she said automatic self-defense Taekwondo style, right? I had to kind of just smile at that because that's such, I don't know, they take such pride in their arts, right? Their father is a grandmaster and Han An, and so that means that he was coming up in Taekwondo. I don't know how old he is exactly, but old school Taekwondo back in the day, they weren't playing around. It wasn't tippy tap point fighting. It wasn't, you know, if you watch a lot of highlights from current Taekwondo and the Olympics and things, it's lost a certain something. It's the aggressiveness, the intensity of the competition. Not always, but in, you know, a lot of times. So I'm sure he came up kind of in that old school era, that blood and guts era of Taekwondo, where it's full contact, they're going for knockouts and things. And that kind of training, it prepares you mentally for violence. It kind of just, you've been in that red zone before where you are locked in and your heart's racing and you have the adrenaline dump, but you know how to control it because you've been in competition, right? That's a big value of martial arts competition, actually, that most people don't really realize. It's a courage simulator. It allows you to flex that courage muscle and practice when, you know, performing even when you're nervous, even when you're scared or anxious. So let's continue.
Took the woman back to their dojo.
Making sure that she's okay, because she needed that. Absolutely. After that experience.
According to Sheriff
All
Ed Gonzalez,
need
when
help
deputies
like that.
arrived, that suspect, identified as 19-year-old Alex Robinson, was still pinned to the floor.
He was clawing his way out. He bit my dad.
Back at the dojo, Grandmaster Han didn't seem too rattled by any of it.
Yeah, of course, I'm very proud of my family.
His family just grateful, they tell me, to have been in the right place at the right time. When it comes to being called heroes,
I think everybody's calling us that, but still, I think anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it.
The right place at the right time and the big heart to help.
Okay. She said anybody can do it. You would hope. One would hope. I think these days that's becoming more and more rare. You have, when something bad happens, people tend to get out their cell phones to record. And whether the intent is to post it online or to use it as evidence, not that many people are ready or willing to intervene in a situation like that. So that's really remarkable that they were. As I was saying, you know, when you compete in fighting, when you train in fighting, especially in an intense competition, it does sort of help you develop that courage muscle, so to speak. And They didn't say anything about the types of techniques or attacks or anything along those lines. He just said he held him there. And, you know, excuse me, let me do this. You know, they just kind of held him there and waited for the police to arrive. And he said he got bit and scratched and things, which is not what you want to do. I mean, you don't want to, you can get infections and diseases and stuff, but I'd be curious to know if there were any holds, joint locks, arm bars, anything like that involved, or if he was just pinning him any way he could. But regardless, I think it's a mindset thing. I think the Taekwondo training that kicked in for this family in this moment, particularly the father, but the entire family, is really a mindset thing. It's a mindset shift. When you train day in, day out, year in, year out, you have a different perspective on violence. Like I said, you're kind of inoculated to it in a certain sense. And your brain kind of does have that ability, or should have that ability to kind of click into fight mode when necessary. These days in the martial arts community, it's fashionable sometimes. There's always these debates, style, what's better, Taekwondo, karate, or jiu-jitsu or judo or Muay Thai or whatever. And a lot of people poo-poo the traditional Korean martial arts, the Taekwondo, karate, Tong Soo Do, all these things. But having that self-defender mindset is a real thing, especially a old school traditional martial artist like Master Han there. Having that mindset of being, you're ready to handle a situation if it gets ugly. Most of it's mindset. It really is. Like, self-defense is largely a mindset thing. Having the mindset that you're not going to be a victim, that you're not going to go down without a fight, that you are going to act, you're not going to freeze. Those things right away make for a competent self-defender, right? And they... I don't know that they threw a kick or a punch or anything in that whole altercation, but they had the right mindset that they were going to do the right thing. And the other thing that people don't always talk about, people are very quick to talk about fighting and self-defense, especially online. But what a lot of people don't talk about are the values and the character development that are taught within the martial arts. That's such a huge aspect. Every martial art, or many martial arts, have a code of conduct, a student oath, something that they repeat it class after class, day after day, but it is sort of a code of honor, a set of values that they live by. So in Taekwondo, I would have a black belt in Taekwondo, and I did it with my family as well. My father and my brother, we trained for several years together, and we're all black belts now as well. But the student oath of Taekwondo, if memory serves, is: I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I will be a champion of freedom and justice, and I will build a more peaceful world. The tenets of Taekwondo are courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit, which lead to victory. Okay, and so this isn't just something. I mean, for some people, it's something they just say. They just regurgitate it, but for true martial artists, they really internalize that, right? Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit, which lead to victory. So, indomitable spirit. He was not going to be defeated, no matter what. He was gonna get the task done. Courtesy, I mean, hopefully, right? Okay. Integrity. They had the integrity to do what was right. Integrity means doing what's right, even when nobody's watching, even when there's not a prize. That's integrity, right? Perseverance, persevere to get through a difficult task, whatever it might be. And so all of those things came into play in some sense. Even in courtesy, they took the victim back to their dojang and helped her, and which is fantastic, So exactly what you would want from a Taekwondo family. I'm proud of them. I don't know them, but I'm proud just as a fellow martial artist. It's like, yeah, let's go. That's awesome. That's wonderful. So just a little bright spot in our week as martial artists. We get to kind of claim some a vicarious victory through the An family. So anyway, that's all I know for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget, keep kicking.
get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Why they stopping me? Stopping me.